If you find yourself Googling Best Smart TV 2025 and become overwhelmed by the number of options, you can easily narrow your search by looking for the best option based on your price range. High-end TVs deliver the best picture quality, but they're also expensive. So if you want something cheaper, you'll have to sacrifice some features. To help you find the perfect model, we've compiled a list of the 5 best smart TVs. Be sure to check link in the description below for prices and additional details. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest tech updates. Now, without further ado, let's dive in. Number 5. Samsung S90C OLED. The best TV we've tested is the Samsung S90C OLED. It's a fantastic TV with a great selection of extra features and incredible picture quality. It looks outstanding in a dark room thanks to its nearly infinite contrast ratio and perfect black uniformity. With no distracting blooming around bright areas of the screen, HDR content looks fantastic thanks to its high peak brightness, wide color gamut, and incredibly vibrant and realistic colors. Unlike some other TVs, the Samsung model doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR, nor does it support advanced DTS audio formats. However, it does support Samsung's less widely used HDR10+ format. It's available in 4 sizes: 55, 65, 77, and 83 inches, although the 83-inch model uses a WOLED panel, so it looks different from the smaller sizes. The built-in Tizen OS interface is easy to use and has a great selection of streaming apps and games. It's a fantastic TV for console gamers looking to get the most out of their Xbox Series X or PS5. It's also perfect for gamers wanting to take advantage of their recent PC GPU, as it supports 4K at 144Hz gaming on all 4 HDMI ports and variable refresh rate (VRR) technology to help reduce screen tearing. If you have money to burn, you could opt for the Samsung S95C OLED instead. It's Samsung's 2023 flagship option and is an amazing TV. It's brighter than the S90C, but for most people, it's not worth the significant price premium over its lower-tier sibling. Number 4. Sony A95L OLED. If you're looking for the absolute best TV for a home theater setup and don't care as much about the price, check out the Sony A95L OLED. Although it's a very similar TV to the Samsung S90C OLED, it's better for home theaters thanks to its advanced video format support compared to Samsung's HDR10+ format. The Sony TV supports the more popular Dolby Vision HDR, so you'll enjoy the most advanced HDR experience possible from almost any source. Sony's processing does a better job following the content creator's intent, so the brightness and colors of HDR content look the way they're supposed to. It also offers better audio format support than the Samsung, including DTS:X pass-through over EIRC, so you can simplify your connection to your audio-video receiver by running everything through your TV without sacrificing audio quality like the Samsung TV. It looks stunning in a dark room thanks to its nearly infinite contrast ratio, delivering perfect blacks with no distracting blooming around bright areas of the screen. Finally, the TV is available in 3 sizes: 55, 65, and 77 inches. Unfortunately, the A95L is very expensive, so if you want a Sony OLED specifically for its processing capabilities, the Sony A80L/A80CL OLED is much cheaper. Still, it's a big step down in brightness and color vibrancy. It's better for home theaters thanks to its advanced video format support. Compared to Samsung's HDR10+ format, the Sony TV supports the more popular Dolby Vision HDR, so you'll enjoy the most advanced HDR experience possible from almost any source. Sony's processing does a better job following the content creator's intent, so the brightness and colors of HDR content look the way they're supposed to. Number 3. Sony Bravia 9 QLED. If you need a TV for a room with a lot of lights on, the Sony Bravia 9 QLED is an amazing option. Its superb reflection handling and SDR brightness mean it easily overcomes glare in the brightest rooms, so you aren't distracted by reflections on your TV screen. This makes it the best TV in 2024 for a very bright room. As impressive as this TV is in a bright room, it's also spectacular for use in a dark room. It has exceptional contrast that delivers incredibly deep blacks that are close to what you get from an OLED with almost no blooming thanks to its highly effective local dimming control. It's also a great option for 4K Blu-ray collectors or those looking to get the most out of high-quality streaming services due to its support for Dolby Vision and DTS audio formats. The TV's image processing is excellent for upscaling and smoothing out low-quality content. It's also very accurate in both SDR and HDR, delivering an image that respects the content creator's intent. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is mediocre. It's not the best option if you regularly watch shows or movies with a big group of friends since the image degrades when viewed from the sides of the screen. However, it's a great option if you need a TV that pairs well with modern consoles. It has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 ports, up to 4K at 120 Hz and supports VRR, so it's fully compatible with the PS5 and Xbox Series X Vertical Bar S. Number 2. LG C3 OLED TV. If you want a good home entertainment OLED but don't want to get the expensive Sony A95L OLED, check out one of the best upper mid-range TVs we've tested, the LG C3 OLED. It's a premium TV that delivers stunning picture quality, especially in dark rooms, and thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio, there's no blooming around bright objects. It gets bright enough to fight glare even in moderately lit rooms, and the reflection handling is incredible, but its colors aren't as bright as some of our other picks. The LG partly makes up for it with its versatility, as it has very good image processing, has Dolby Vision HDR support with Dolby Vision gaming at 120 Hz, and can pass through advanced DTS audio formats like the Sony TVs. The LG supports Dolby Vision HDR, which is more widely used than Samsung's competing HDR10+. The TV is available in a wider range of sizes, from a small 42-inch to an impressive 83-inch option. It's an amazing TV for gaming thanks to its nearly instantaneous response time, low input lag, and great selection of gaming features. It supports HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 inputs, meaning you can take full advantage of the PS5 and Xbox Series X's capabilities with 4K at 120 FPS gaming. It has native FreeSync, HDMI Forum VRR support, and G-Sync compatibility to reduce screen tearing. If you love this TV but wish it were more vibrant, consider the more expensive LG G3 OLED. The G3 is one of the brightest OLEDs on the market and is certainly brighter than the C3, but it's not worth the price difference for most people. 2024's LG C4 OLED is also available. It can do up to 4K at 144 Hz, is a bit more accurate with HDR content, and gets a bit brighter in HDR. Unfortunately, the TV is quite expensive near release. Unless you're a PC gamer who needs 144 Hz, or you really want those other minor upgrades, you're better off getting the cheaper C3 while it's on sale. Number 1. LG B3 OLED. The LG B3 OLED is the best mid-range TV we've tested. If you want something cheaper and still want high-end features, it's a great mid-range TV and can be an excellent entry. Pointing to the OLED market, the TV has all the features of the more expensive LG C3 OLED. But the B3 is dimmer and has only 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no distracting blooming. Its built-in WebOS platform is just as fast on this lower-tier model, and it still has very good image processing, so it has no issues upscaling lower-resolution content if you watch DVDs, cable boxes, or Blu-rays. It also has Dolby Vision HDR and supports DTS advanced audio formats, which is great for physical media as it tends to use DTS for their audio tracks. And just like other OLEDs, its viewing angle is fantastic, so viewers can watch the TV from all over the room with no degradation in their viewing experience. Like the C3, this TV has a wide color gamut and is extremely accurate without any calibration, so movies look as the content creator intended. This TV is also great for gaming as it's compatible with every VRR technology, has a fantastic response time, and has an extremely low input lag. Its two HDMI 2.1 ports have up to 4K at 120Hz support, although unfortunately, like on the Sony Bravia, 9 QLED. One of its HDMI 2.1 ports also doubles as the TV's ERC port, leaving you with only one high-speed port if you have a soundbar connected through ERC. It gets noticeably brighter in both SDR and HDR, so it handles more glare in a bright room when watching SDR content, and highlights stand out more in HDR content. On top of that, it has better HDR gradient handling, and LG has increased